Good evening, good morning, good day. Well, just good. Hope everyone is doing good. Welcome to this evening's edition of the Blue Moon Waxing Bracket match for Zemus Zone 5 between IBKarma and JBrunTR. My name is Possum Morpheus, and I am joined by the one and only Ninja81. Ninja, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent. I am glad to hear that. We have, like I said, this fantastic matchup here. We have to find 8 bosses from various Mega Man stages or something thereof. I don't know what's going on, but we're also playing Duck Duck Goose, so everything is good in this part of the world. Looks like we have a Cecil start. Uh, yeah, Cecil, fun character. What do you like about a Cecil start on these flags, Ninja?
The thing about Cecil Start is I kind of want to shoot straight towards your deals.
Yeah, turn your Dark Knight into a Paladin and probably find him a Holy Sword and go on from there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is both of our runners' first matches in the Blue Moon bracket, Blue Moon waxing bracket. So the winner effectively advances to the waxing round of 32, and the second place finisher will move into the waning bracket. So will be very interesting to see how our runners progress through this. IB Karma, well known around uh, many different randomizer communities for their expertise in a lot of different games. JBrunTR are very well known in this community and for Enterprise has been around the block, and you as a Pink Puff are very familiar with JBrun as well. I believe you two have raced a number of times.
In the Pink Buff League and as well in ladders.
Yeah, so you know more than anyone. JBrunTR, a fierce competitor. Really looking forward to this. So Ninja, I see some of the bosses that we have. We managed to pull, except for exactly the Water Hag, which I guess the Water Hag is technically a boss available on Red Moon. But for Blue Moon, these are some pretty rude bosses. What are your thoughts on these bosses?
I mean, Liberties, CPU, Wyvern. Oof. Those are some rough ones.
Yeah, not a lot of friendly faces there for sure. Hopefully, our runners get a good second character. Maybe pick up even some extra star veils with Bahamut, Wyvern, D Lunars, and Golbez on the table. Could be some spicy stuff happening here, but looks like we are underway. And IBKarma going to be the first to show us the companion character, and that is a Yang. That is a blue robe and a tower key. Now, that blue robe is important because we have both the Gauntlet and Water Hag available. So, Baron is guaranteed to provide value right off the bat. We just need to find that key.
That's right.
With this Cecil Yang start, what other characters are you hoping for, Ninja? And where do you think you would go, starting out this route here on the seed?
Lately, when I've been running these seeds, I've been hitting Mysidia for more characters.
Yeah, and looks like both IBKarma and JBrunTR agree with you, and they are both heading to Mysidia. Both of them got to walk across the town without
Yep.
actually going into it. You love to see that. And oh, sign me up. That is an edge, and that is
Wow.
also a Rydia. That's an anchor potentially, maybe a white mage in a pinch. But yeah, that's a strong start.
Yes, it is.
Now, do you have any looting favorites? I know that in the past you've been a bit of a loot goblin. I know you've been looting a lot less
Oh.
recently, though. Do you have any particular places you love to loot for this type of team?
Watery Pass. I have almost went back to Lally Ho League strats, which is Miss Cave.
Hmm. Interesting. It looks like we have some divergence right away. We have IBKarma peaking Ordeals and JBrunTR peaking Watery Pass. We find a Tella, which is our first sign of a white mage, and a Sid. So right now, we have 6 characters available to us. We have Sid, Tella, Edge, Rydia, Cecil, and Yang. We do not yet have a traditional white mage, so this may be a situation where an RA1 Tella becomes the primary white mage for the team. We do see a Zeus Gauntlet pop up in the Watery Pass. That's a huge early find.
Yes, it is. The only other way, I mean, mage-wise, and I hate to say it, is, find an Asura.
Yeah, could be looking at either Tella as the white mage or Asura Rydia as the white mage. Neither one of those options are super reliable, but I mean, they're available from the start, and that might be what you get. And there is the obligatory Edward in the seed. Edward is in every seed, and
Oh,
Edward is in this seed.
yeah. So healing's definitely going to be a. Your healing options are limited.
Yeah, worth noting, our tracker sheep launcher for the evening pointing out that Esgrunt did roll, Esgrunt, our restreamer, did roll a loaded Watery Pass with a Ninja Shirt, a Power Shirt, and a Zeus Gauntlet. So that Zeus Gauntlet Power Shirt combination gives 25 strength, as well as protection from the size spell, and protection from giants. So going to make one character basically indestructible and obscenely strong. A very powerful 1-2 punch of armor. And the saddest of key items on this flag set is from Edward.
Yep.
Just the sad ruby.
You hate to see it.
I mean, I love to see it because it means we're going to have our runners work in order to find progression. So I, for one, find that to be perfectly reasonable. We do see a Thunderclaw pop out. We also see a Strength Ring, a Leviathan Orb. That Leviathan Orb may be enough for Rydia to get levels and to help out early on, as opposed to being a 4 agility anchor. That'll be a very interesting point of potential divergence for our runners.
Yeah. I'm assuming neither one took the Edward, did they?
No from JBrun so far, but IBKarma just picking Edward up and says, let me think about this, and no.
Maybe keep them on the back burner as a pocket anchor.
Yeah, could be, or maybe if a spoon shows up, then you can just have Edward do spoon things, yeah, or get slingshot, or any number of things. JBrun learning that Leviathan spell is pretty transparent that I think Rydia is going to get levels at least on JBrun's side, and I don't hate it. Leviathan extraordinarily strong, and Rydia is also our only true black mage. Tella is kind of a budget white and black mage. He's kind of like baby Fusoya. So yeah, I can definitely understand Rydia getting some levels here. Get her warp, get her virus, eventually maybe nuke.
Yeah. I could see that being it could be a thing.
And looks like we are headed down into Antline on JBrun's side, and we have a Sparkle. That is going to be Ogopogo, which is not one of the Sparkles on our list today. D-Lunars and Wyvern are the Sparkles that we need. This is going to be just the Nopius of Noodles, but not in a very difficult spot. So that is good for the runners, less exciting for us here in the booth and for fans in chat.
Yeah. You always want the noodle somewhere hard.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we pick up a Luca key from Antline, so there will be no reset here. And also we have a required boss, Bahamut, showing up in the waterfall. Now, this is interesting because the waterfall has 31 agility. It is the fastest spot on the overworld. This is probably going to need to be a star veil to get through this. Otherwise, this Bahamut's just going to count way too fast for the kids on Sesame Street and for the kids up here in the commentary booth. And yeah, I think that is going to be a necessary star veil, or else Bahamut would have, yeah, just obliterated that party. So heads up by Karma there.
Yep. Oh, I know about the water. I know about the waterfall.
And looks like that is objective number, I guess, 6 if we're going left to right, top to bottom. The Bahamut picture, bottom row, second from the left, lit up as our first objective for IBKarma. JBrunTR hot on his heels, going to go after this Bahamut as well. The primary difference is JBrunTR already having completed the Antlion Cave, so we shall see where IBKarma goes, if he goes on a different path or just kind of retreads what JBrun's already done.
Yep, and JBrun gets right through it.
Yeah, and also doing some looting. Spots 2 chests and picks up a white spear. Not particularly great for this team outside of either money or a dart, but it's a really good dart or really good money.
That's true. That can actually, I was going to say that can actually fund quite a bit of resources.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that white spear is going to sell for probably 30K if I remember correctly. That is going to be a number of Bacchus wines or Sirens or hourglasses, etc. So quite a big deal there. And we saw Karma did teach Sylph to Iridia, which may indicate that Iridia is getting levels on both sides here.
I would say so.
Extra Todd smells. I still have no idea who Todd is, but that's okay. We have an antlion at Baron in 1.
Hey,
this is not the moon.
I was about to say, this ain't the moon.
Yeah. This antlion's drunk at the pub.
Yep.
Too much Bacchus for antlion. Karma picks up his Luca key, and we have what is basically a very free Baron in here. JBrunTR possibly going to sit through this. It's as I think it was Nth who first called them by their new name of Keblin and Queblin. Yeah, we're going to get some of Edge's parents letting us get right through Baron in today.
I like the name change.
Yeah, it was. I think that was a product of, I want to say ZZ4, where I first heard that. It was a fantastic one that stuck with me ever since hearing it. Looks like Karma gonna head up Mount Hobbs and give us a peek at an evil wall and decide he's good, not gonna bother playing with that evil wall. And JBrun shows us the hook, so required Baron in, or likely required unless all of our bosses appear pre-underground. Very unlikely.
Yeah, very unlikely. So where do you go after this?
I would be very inclined personally to get up Ordeals and then to go after Eblan Castle. Try to get my Paladin online and find him a Holy Sword. That would be the general pathing that I would look to take here. So we'll see if JBrun goes that route or takes a different path, and we'll see where IBKarma heads next, as he now has his Sand Ruby from from Troya, from Bedward.
Yep. And JBrun is actually going up ordeals, like you said.
Yeah, we'll see if he takes his Sid. He takes his equipment, but doesn't take him. So kind of thank you, Sid, for the mute arrows and crossbow. Probably specifically the mute arrows were the point of interest there.
Yeah.
And looks like we have Demist up on ordeals today. Demist not a required boss, as there is no turn-in since there is a free key item. And we do see a cursed ring being picked up on Karma's side, and that is coming out of the Troya shops. So we shall see if that is something that is faded by JBrun, if that might make for a little bit of an easier time for Karma.
I mean, fading over armor shops is something I've been having a bad tendency of doing, and I have missed curse rings there. So
yeah,
it can happen.
Yeah, it can be awkward too, but we'll see. Maybe JBrun will get an Earth Crystal or get a Twin Harp and be given some reason to go over to that neck of the woods, but for now, he's going to deal with one of the worst back attacks, in my opinion, and that is back attack Dr. Luge, because you cannot stop all of the talky talk. That is...
Dr. Dialogue.
Yeah. That is no fun, for sure. And here we get the full Dr. Luge experience. The robot goes down, the doctor talking about operating the robot now. So we get Balnab Z. Boo. And there goes Balnab Z. And looks like Karma also going to join JBrun up on Mount Ordeals here. Runners very close in progression. JBrun is very early up a Baron Inn, as well as the Demist fight up here. But down a little bit in the way of loot as well as shopping. So very close race still. Remains to be seen who will pull ahead here. But both runners with the same idea to come up ordeals.
I figure after this, I'm figuring both of them will make a hit for Eblan, but who knows?
Yeah, it would certainly make a lot of sense. There is nothing in Free Enterprise better than a Holy Sword Cecil. I do love my mages. I love Nuke as a spell. But there's just something about somebody casting Nuke basically as a berserker with their hands. And oh, hey. So you thought you wanted to get your Cecil online. How about getting your whole party online?
Oh.
There's a Darkness Crystal. We have a Tella.
Oh.
This seed is giving us very mixed signals as far as what to do. This is interesting.
D-Money?
Yeah, do you D-Machine? Do you go hunt for holy swords in Eblan? It's very interesting. The party composition as it stands now is a little awkward, but maybe you just slingshot a Cecil and Iridia? You go to Eblan Castle anyway, but you keep them down, or maybe keep Yang down with Iridia, or I'm not sure how you'd want to do it. It's very curious, with no traditional white mage, how to handle it.
Unless they found a source of cures, I just don't see it being a thing.
Yeah, we've seen Cure 2s, but not Cure 3s yet. So, very intriguing stuff. It looks like we are going to, at least on JBrun's side, get that Cecil all geared up right now. He is back road. He's going to get a samurai hat, I think a power shirt, a Zeus gauntlet. That's at least going to be cover strats for Eblan Castle. That's really the only reason you'd move that stuff over now. So I think if I'm in our runner's shoes, I go to Eblan and I probably put Cecil and Rydia or Yang and Rydia on the ground and slingshot them with a D machine grind. And that's with or without a Holy Sword, mind you. I think that would be one potential path to do it. The other potential path would be to just leave Rydia on the ground and to not bother with the slingshot. Just use her as an anchor and have Tella be a white mage. Really interesting stuff on this one. I'm very intrigued to see what our runners decide to do.
Yeah. I think JBrun's actually going to go to Eblan Castle.
Yeah, I mean, castling always makes sense. You want to find that Holy Sword. It could be done through the last arm chest on the giant as well. So, yeah, it's one of those things where there's a lot of options and a lot of pathing that our runners can take as Karma is going through and taking care of this Ruby as well.
Okay, well.
Well, looks like we're getting a bit of Siren stealing here, potentially. JBrun going for size strats.
I think he's trying to steal Bacchus wines.
Yeah, getting a couple Bacchus wine is definitely good, and going to be lifing Rydia up, so it doesn't look like we're eyeing a slingshot on JBrun's side. Does look like we failed that size cast, so that is unfortunate.
That happens with Tella.
Good old Tella life. We do have a Stardust Rod that was found that's going on Rydia. Given the Mad Ogre's elevated magic defense, though, it doesn't look like we're getting a cast of Leviathan, which makes sense. Can save that for a different fight. But looks like IBKarma going to join JBrun here in Eblan Castle. So both runners Eblaning here. And looks like we're going to get that Zeus Gauntlet on Cecil here. The Power Shirt is staying on Yang, it looks like. Oh, there was a Power Shirt for defense, I guess, on Rydia as well. So I think, yeah, we're going to get... yeah, I don't know where that second Power Shirt came from, but that's huge for Karma as well.
One of them came from the Watery Pass, and one came from Bedward.
Oh, I thought Bedward was Sand Ruby. Okay.
No, Bedward was a Power Shirt right off the bat.
Oh, okay.
Sand Ruby was... There was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have no idea. Either way, both runners fighting some Mad Ogres.
Okay, Bedward was Sand Ruby. Where was the second Power Shirt?
Who knows? Let's see what we get from these Mad Ogres. Somewhere, that's the correct answer.
The correct word is somewhere.
We have Charmed Ogres on Karma's side. There's an X-Gal, so it's not the Holy Sword, but it's a Holy Sword, and that's better than an Ice Brand for sure. So JBrun going to be happy to see that for that Cecil. That'll definitely accelerate things. Does he do any other trap chests here? I'm curious. If I'm in his position, I would look to clear out all of Eblan and then probably stop looting for the rest of the seed. Same with Karma, but looks like looks like JBrun going to be done, at least with that tower, but going to keep going after some more of the trap chests. This is potentially worrisome. We were sneaking a Charm Harp, but I guess Yong's turn didn't come up, so we can't back row glitch him, unfortunately. That would be kind of cool. Rydia is helping. There's the Leviathan cast, and the black cats get washed away. Can confirm, cats do not like baths.
Yep, I know that.
Well, just Eblan things, folks. You want an Excal? That's cool.
How about a bigger stick?
Yeah. Doesn't get much bigger than that. That's a crystal sword, my friends. And JBrun says, "I'm good. Let's go."
And now the other one can be a dart. Yeah,
the XL can be a dart or money. Either way, and looks like we are going to have parity with our runners, at least on that front. Karma also going to that same trap chest and going to pick up his crystal sword. So both runners going to have crystal sword Cecil.
I think he keeps the X-Cal as a dart.
Yeah, it's certainly not a bad emergency button, where maybe a fight is going a little sideways and you're like, I don't want to die. Let me push the button, and, you lodge an X-Cal into something's forehead, and then the fight ends. So
yeah, like a spoon.
Yeah, basically like a spoon. And we'll see if IBKarma decides to opt out of the rest of Eblan. Doesn't look like it yet. And we have a Mylon of some sort hanging out on the hook route. If it's Mylon and Friends, Leviathan and a Zerk Cecil will take care of that. If it's Mylon Z, three swings from Crystal Sword Cecil will take care of that. So it should be a very easy Ruby spot boss. But we do have a little bit of divergence. IBKarma has decided to take on the third trap chest in Eblan. Do we get the holy trinity of swords here? Do we get an Excal, a Crystal Sword, and an Avenger? Do we get all three big ones? I say just an Artemis bow. Just.
Yeah, to me that is money.
Yeah, it's a heck of a bow. Good money. Karma saying, let me do a little bit more looting here. This may be also a money play, making sure he has enough for coffins, hourglasses, sirens, Bacchus, all of those. The Bacchus in particular are going to be important for this party, as we don't have that traditional white mage, as well as potential Cure 3s. This is potentially awkward. JBrun is not very well healed up right now. Yes, he has a crystal sword. But we're about to get fires come out. We don't have the MP for Leviathan. And maybe we get saved by that wall coming up. Nope, the fire is still coming out. Yeah, unfortunately, that is not the correct path, if you will, to head into this fight with. You've got to be a little more healed up than that. I think JBrun will make that adjustment and get through these D-Lunars just fine the second time around. And it looks like Karma has done the looting that he wants to do, and likely going to be off to Baron Inn, knowing that that is the only point of progression left for him.
I was about to say, G-Wrong.
It looks like we have a flame cast coming out this time around. And then Cecil probably will finish everything off with a Crystal Sword swing. Yeah. Quad nines is a good number.
Oh, yeah. Do you actually, would you safety save after this?
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Nope. But that is an objective on the board. That is D-Lunars for JBrun. And the reason I wouldn't bother saving is you get a heal. So Rydia's going to get her MP back. So if it's Mylon and friends, you just Leviathan, which it is, and then you Zerk up Cecil, and then you just stop pushing buttons, and the fight just ends. So,
and even if it was Mylon Z, that's about the same thing I would do anyway.
Yeah, if it were Mylon Z, you basically do even less, which is just, at that point, Zerk Cecil. Yeah.
And being he's back road, he wouldn't take very much damage.
No, and basically it's a situation where Cecil is going to burr, and burr loudly. And looks like we are killing elements on Karma's side, and this is getting Rydia levels. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I know that we do have that Leviathan Orb and that Sylph Summon. So might be the time where we are going to let Rydia help out a little bit. And it looks like JBrun also opting to Zerk up Yang, which he's helping, and that's about all I can say.
It does look like JBrun's trying to preserve his anchor with Tella.
Yeah, he has decided that Tella is, an elderly person, wonderful person, but does in fact need a nap, and that is what's going to happen. Is that Tella going to take a nap? Cecil finishes off, finishes off the fight, and that is that. And IBKarma showing us our first look at Fabul, as Karma not fading Fabul where JBrun did fade Fabul. So we shall see what direction we go from here. But Karma very quickly dispatched the boss there at Fabul and gets a package. It is a key item. I do wonder if we'll get a check.
Oh. Did you see who's there at top of the tower?
I believe that was our second blue robe, so we have eyes on both of our blue robes.
Yeah.
So top of tower, I would not be surprised to see our runners go straight up the tower when they get underground, knowing that there's a blue robe up there.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I mean, you got the tower key, so I mean, it's a double check.
Yeah, 2 key item checks, 1 guaranteed boss check. Either going to be the Gauntlet or, Water Hag. It'll tell us which one is in Baron as well. And we also get the Superior Airship once we're done with this. So it's going to be interesting. And we do see Karma is making the play here. Okay, well, Tella, please. You couldn't hit a size cast to save your life, but you can hit a bomb cast on the entire town of Mist and just decimate it. Kinda rude, bro. Kinda rude.
Wow.
I thought he was supposed to be angry at Golbez, like angry at Edward.
That was a sparkle, but not the sparkle we wanted.
Yeah, we're looking for Wyvern at this point.
Yep.
But we've now seen what? Ogopogo, Plague, D-Lunars, which means we have Pale Dim and Wyvern left?
Yep, that's the only 2 we got left.
Yeah, so quite a few moon bosses off the bat. And we'll see if this package pays out for Karma. This could be a huge point of divergence because I don't see JBrun checking the package with his power level and coming back up from the underworld with a bunch of stuff clear, having the darkness crystal in hand. I think this is something where Karma's going to make this check, and I don't think JBrun ever does. So if this hits, this is really, really big for Karma.
JBrun's going kind of bold, not saving before coming up here.
Yeah, the gauntlet is a little bit punchy here and can get kind of awkward. But if it's water hag, then no save necessary. So
Yeah.
kind of rolling the dice a little bit. Yeah, it does look like we get some stone men here, not stale men.
So we got gauntlet.
Yeah, we have gauntlet here, which means we have water hag at Baron in. And that is a mom bomb at the package. That is required. That is enormous for Karma.
Ooh.
Now, JBrun has built up quite a bit of a lead here, but that lead may have all but evaporated with that package find. That is so enormous.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I mean, I will say, without any doubt in my mind, that package would have gone unchecked for me. I would be behind Karma on boss checks at this point, for sure.
Same here.
Now, this is a fun one. When chimeras are left alone, sometimes they like to cast Blaze repeatedly. Let's see. We do get to take out the chimera before the Blaze, though, which is good because it does flat damage to the party, HP-based damage. So yeah, that's a good thing to get rid of. And Cure 3s were also available in Kaipo. So that is the buy your white mage, in a box starter kit, if you will.
And here's where Edge shines.
Yeah, Edge shines. Those tofus don't have much health, but they are weak to basically every element, and nice and easily dispatched by that Edge. So fun fact about these chimeras as well, you can't use Blitz, you can't use Flame, and you can't... Well, actually, I think you can use Flood, because it's not ice, it's water. But yeah, don't use elements on these guys.
Yes.
They absorb all of them. They're mean.
Exactly. Now, a virus will work.
Oh yeah, Virus, Quake,
Yep.
Nuke, any of the non-elemental stuff. Hey, Ninja.
Yes.
Did you want another Holy Sword for your Holy Sword? To wield a Holy Sword? Because we got Holy Swords. It's another X-Cal from the top of tower, folks.
Yeah. Hey, it's another dart.
It is another dart, or it's money. Either way. I don't think our runners are going to be too upset with it. It's from a required boss anyway, so not too bad.
That's
and yeah, John Burkhead in chat pointing out, no, CPU is required, and those X-Scals could go a long way in that fight.
So where do you go now after you're done with this? I guess it depends on what the key item is for tower key.
I'm probably going to Dwarf in JBrun's situation. Do a little bit of shopping. Take out whatever bosses are there. And then probably Tomra for shopping, then probably Feymarch. Although that Baron key may take me straight to Baron because we know that's an objective, so
yeah,
hold on to that thought. That's probably the only key item that changes routing, because we know that that's a water hag and we know it's required.
I Honestly, I would have went and set Sheila 1.
That's very fair as well.
Yeah.
Sheila 1 could be on the table here. The other interesting thing, though, and one of the ways that I like to look at these flags is where we are versus go mode. And right now, the way that I view things is we're at go mode on JBrun's side, go mode -3. And what I mean by this is we have access to every boss spot except 3 currently in JBrun's situation, that being the second spot in Zot, the Twin Harp, and the package. Now, the package, I believe, was from Fabul Defense, which would put him at go mode -2 when he does that, which means that the only way that JBrunTR would not be in go mode after doing Fabul would be if the 2 outstanding bosses were at exactly Zot 2 and the Twin Harp. So once the package is attained, there is probably north of a 90 to 95% chance that JBrun is in go mode. So we may see him stop collecting key items altogether. That would mean no Sheila 1, nothing like that. We have Darkness Crystal for Zeromus access. So I think JBrunTR may be looking squarely in the eyes of a pivot to face check mode already. Only 38 minutes into the season.
That is...
Looks like Karma taking on his D-Lunars while JBrunTR dispatches his Water Hag. So dueling objective fights, one of which significantly easier than the other, as the D-Lunars getting the best of Karma there. This is a situation where if you know, you know, and what Karma may not know is that the Crystal Sword will absolutely chew up these D-Lunars with the extra weaknesses. So that is one thing that could be very helpful. We do see a curse ring going on Rydia. That'll also help quite a bit with getting turn parity.
I see we see Dark Elf on JBrun's side.
Yep, a Dark Elf that just took quad 9s from Crystal Sword Cecil,
yeah.
and a Dragon form that may also take quad 9s from Crystal Sword Cecil.
Oh, it will.
No, unless it dies to a Leviathan.
No, that's true.
And it died to a Leviathan, so. The throne no longer usurped. Baron has been liberated. Very interested to see what JBrunTR decides to do from here. Also interested to see how Karma goes about this if we ever get to see Cecil swing on Karma's side. And it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like we're getting some parries and some walls and some cures. So we're getting our veils up for breath strats here. But yeah, this is one of those things where if Karma watches this back, this is a great learning opportunity, not just for him, but for so many folks, that this is a fight that is much easier done with Cecil just attacking here.
Oh, that's a Twin Harp.
Yeah, so that so once JBrunTR does Fabul and gets the package, JBrunTR is in go mode. He will only be missing access to exactly the Zot 2 boss. He will have access to the 6 on the moon, the 2 on the giant, the sealed cave boss, the dwarf bosses, the Feymarch bosses, etc. So this is a very, very fast go mode, if you will, for these or any flags, frankly. JBrunTR, of course, doesn't know it yet, but he's got to be thinking how close he is to face check mode. I would be surprised if we see him take this Baron basement fight if it's not required.
Sura.
But looks like he is going to prove me wrong, and he is going to take this fight. And this is interesting to me because Asura is tough here. Yes, she's going to be able to get hit by Crystal Sword, as everything does. But it's a big time investment and a big resource investment. It's also going to break Tella to a certain extent here. Looks like we're getting a wall cast.
And then looks like Rudy's going to cast Virus on Tella. So
yeah, that'll work. That preserves the anchor.
Yep.
I do wonder if we see a reset here, though. Asura does go down relatively quickly. But if this is a Zonk, basically if this is anything but Earth Crystal, I wonder... Yeah, Lunar Staff. Do we get a reset? Yeah, we do get a reset, which makes sense.
Yeah. Might as well get your resources back.
Yeah, especially that X-Gal. And welcome on in, everyone, from Free Enterprise 2. Thank you for raiding on over. With your raid, please bring responsibility and do not spoil anything on your race. We are currently 44-ish minutes in with your rate of 44 folks on this race between JBrunTR and IBKarma. To catch everybody up a little bit, JBrunTR has faded Fabul to this point. Fabul had a package. The package had a Mom Bomb, which is a required boss. So JBrunTR is ahead on objectives and is ahead on progression, but is behind one very, very important thing here, which is the package from Fabul, which has that Mom Bomb. So as Karma makes more of these checks and catches up on objectives, that package is going to be looming larger than this turtle that is currently on JBrunTR's stream. And interestingly enough, I believe this is our first peek at the Feymarch from IBKarma's side. I don't think JBrunTR has been down here yet, so we are going to get some information. One of the last bits of information, of new information that we can acquire, courtesy of IBKarma here, and that will be happening while Kainatsu is hiding inside its shell. And that is a rat tail. Mandatory is this even?
Yep.
And just elixirs in the shop is not really what you want to see. And French vanilla dolls. So we got some vanilla on one side and French vanilla on the other side. You'd love to see it.
Oh yeah. This be relatively easy.
That'd be relatively easier if we had a P on Edge or Iridium.
I mean, Iridium casting Virus would probably do it.
What would do it here, and this is a tough one to think of in the moment, the Stardust Rod that Rydia has on would actually sweep here, but it's really hard to think on the fly, like, oh, hey, I have a Stardust Rod, let me use it as an item. And you're like, hey, I have Leviathan.
I was about to say, with the Stardust stat boost, Virus probably would do it too. Because, I mean, that's probably like 3K.
Yeah, definitely might.
Yeah, split among all of them.
And interesting from IBKarma here, saw not one but two potential free bosses. I believe that's Mylon Z, which would be absolutely shredded. and some form of guards. So a free Feymarch, but IBKarma says, I'm good. I'll carry on. We'll worry about that later.
Well, we found the Bacchus wines.
Yeah, got the Bacchus wines, and he's going to join JBrunTR in Dwarf. JBrunTR did use a Stardust there and was able to get through that Calbrena fight. So yeah, carry on we will. And so an interesting thing for chat here, we have asking, do we have enough to warp? So one of the neat things that you can do with the warp glitch is, even if you don't have the MP for it, you can go to the inn, you can stay at the inn, and then you can warp. It's either 3 or 4 times, and you can keep your warp glitch preserved, which in this case is a pass, which is kind of huge. So it's a very interesting little thing you can do to preserve that warp glitch if you don't have the MP. So a very helpful little piece of tech for that one-off niche type situation where maybe Tela is your only, warp caster and you had to cast Media and you don't have MP restoratives. That's kind of the most common time it might show up. But we do pick up that pass, which is pretty huge, and we'll see if Karma is able to make quick work of this Dwarf Castle. We also got a pan for our troubles, so JBrunTR are going to be able to do single dip Fabul and single dip Sylph. May even fade the Feymarch here. Yeah, looks like he's going to continue the fate of the Feymarch for right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dwarf Castle did actually have, it had hourglasses for sale. So that's easy to buy.
Yeah, hourglasses for sale there. Bacchus for sale.
I mean,
don't believe we've seen Sirens, though, have we?
No, we have not. So the only other place I could think of is they would have to be on the moon.
Yeah, or we could get a really late D machine or potentially Siren stealing from Edge. But looks like we get the spoon. I don't think we're going to see Spoonward in this seed. I think that that spoon is probably relegated to Dart Duty.
Yeah, that ship's already sailed.
And looks like JBrunTR is going to take a peek down in the Feymarch. We'll see if he decides to go after these bosses down here. The boss on the right, that set of guards, is free. That boss on the left, that Mylon Z, is free with the Crystal Sword. So technically both fights very free, very doable. But we'll see, is JBrunTR in face check mode, or does he want to take his free fights? Also, he is now at 10 key items with that Rat Tail.
You said Mylon's on the left?
Yeah, Mylon Z is on the left.
That's a little punchy.
That's a lot of punchy.
Well, I mean, when you're swinging around quad 9.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Both runners with a completely free, nothing really needs to be done Feymarch. Both skip both fights. I love it.
Yeah, I would have taken either one of those. With this party, not a problem.
I mean, it's an interesting point, though, because you probably don't need... I mean, we know that you don't need key items at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with 10 key items, though, the experience.
Oh, yeah. You'd be getting, what, 56,000, I want to say, from one of them, and I think 40K from the other. It's nearly 100,000. And we have a music director, JBrunTR, being the man of the people, literally came to Tamra to peek a shop, could have left, but decided, let me show you that we have a music director. I know we have some music directors in chat and a lot of musically inclined folks in the Free Enterprise community, so well done to the Job Dwarf today. Well, this is interesting.
JBrun's going to the moon.
JBrun has still not checked Fabul.
No, he's going to the moon, I think.
I have to imagine this is just a launch the whale, and that we're going to go to Fabul.
You would hope.
It's a boss check. It's 3 key item checks. I know we don't necessarily need the key items, but this is very, very bold to fade a boss check that's been available since literally the start of the seed. That would be very surprising. Obviously, it's not going to hit here except for the package part, but let's see what we're opting to do here. And Karma says, let me turn in these pan checks, but so far does not have the Baron key.
Yep, and JBrun is going to the moon.
This is a play. Maybe looking for Sirens. Maybe if he doesn't find Sirens, might come back, might do a D machine, might do any number of things. We also have Karma launching the whale.
I know JBrun did pick up hourglasses, so
no Sirens.
Well, I mean, if he finds him in shop here. Nope.
Yeah, so no, basically the package and Fabul are dead to JBrunTR at this point. So some combination of Wyvern, Golbez, and CPU, wherever they may be, he is beholden to. Karma, on the other hand, we are receiving reports from chat that he did not peek the top of tower, so doesn't know about the blue robe there, which could be huge because we know that that is a required top of tower. So we'll see where Karma opts to go from here. Well, that could be the spiciest of sparkles, my friends. We could have 37,000 HP worth of Wyvern here, and we could have some very vaporized party members. But alas, just a pale dim.
Let's say has checked.
Very interesting. We're taking the fight. Maybe an homage to the folks who love the from Pale Dim.
Yeah.
I know we have many members of the community who truly adore their Pale Dim. But this is a very rough fight. This is super punchy.
Yeah, Stardust ain't gonna do much.
We have access to every boss spot in the game. That is an Earth Crystal from the Rat Tail. So also of note, JBrunTR did not turn in the Rat Tail.
Yep.
So yeah, we are going to have every key item accounted for except for both halves of the Forge and the Pigtail. Well, and also the Magma Key, which my guess is the Magma Key has to be behind one of these pan checks or the Feymarch, possibly the Tower of Zot, but we'll probably see it here. Yeah,
oh, hey, look, you can get underground now.
I know you were waiting to say that the whole time, Ninja. I love it.
Yeah.
We also get an adamant rock from Sheila too. So yeah, the pan is a bust, but that does put Karma at 10 key items as well. Actually, 12 key items now. And Karma also going to make the play to go over to the Tower of Zot. This makes a lot of sense in his situation. Does not know of that boss at the top of tower.
Yeah.
May also give us a treasury. We're going to see. Yep, we are going to get the treasury. So chat, get your X's out of 10. Get your whatever item out of 10, your number out of 10, your thing out of 10. We're going to rate that treasury, y'all.
Rate that treasury!
Oh, wow. I see an Avenger. 2 Zeus gauntlets and an Avenger.
I mean...
And a white shirt. Unfortunately, no one can use the white shirt.
Well... both runners did Dwarf Castle, so they can't. But yeah, we pick up an Avenger for Crystal Sword Cecil. Cecil could use a white shirt. Tella can use a white shirt.
I guess Tella can use a white shirt, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's going to do the trick. We also picked up 2 more Zeus gauntlets. There was a Bahamut summon, a whole lot of stuff there. So I'm really liking that treasury for Karma. I think he already had everything he needed, but, why not have everything and more? Such is the T-Wildish way. Meanwhile, we have JBrunTR taking another swing at this Paladin. Definitely going to have to ask him about the Fades of Earth, as well as the aggressive play towards this fight here. We have a float cast going up, which indicates to me that JBrun might be wanting to cast summons here. Because Paladin normally counters with Quake, and the easiest way to avoid Quakes is to float. And we have Magus Sisters, a little bit more vanilla for the folks at home. And there's a Leviathan on Paladin, the counter Quake. Rydia eats it. Good night, Rydia. And we'll see if JBrun can survive this. It's going to get a little tricky from here, because we're going to get a lot of punches. That edge has fallen over. Potentially rough. We meanwhile have Mindy, who decided to zap herself over on Karma's side. And yeah, I think this fight has unfortunately fallen apart on JBrun's side. I wonder if we're going to carry on. Yeah, he's going to do other things.
Yeah, I would just move on. That is a really punchy fight.
Yeah, definitely a very punchy fight, a scary fight. I think one that would be best left for never.
Well, we know in the booth that it is a fight we don't have to.
Right. We know that.
Because we know where all the face checks are.
Yep. 100%. And we get to play everybody's new favorite game of what color are the pig ears and what do they represent? Let's see. We have white ears. White ears can mean sparkle. So this could potentially be our wyvern. That would be a little bit spooky here, but it could be. It's not CPU. So let's see, is this our wyvern with the white ears or something different? It's Baigen with the white ears. Also, speaking of fights you don't want to mess around with because ew and gross and no thank you, may I introduce you to Valvalis at the Murasame altar? Because, no, I'm out.
No, thank you.
Yeah. That is 2 fights that I would want nothing to do with on the moon. And Scala Kitty confirming for us that Baigen is a red sprite, therefore the white ears make sense on the piggy.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm just going to nod my head and say yes and trust in all things Scala. Given that Scala is our, resident art director, among, 100 other roles that she does for the community, and does so wonderfully. Always trust in the Scala.
Yeah, otherwise you get bonked with the newspaper.
Oh, I mean, I've never been bonked by a newspaper. Today.
Not yet.
So we get an exploding arm on Karma's side, 500 damage to the nearest Tella, but is through the Earth Crystal, is through Zot, excuse me. Magus Sisters into Baigan, so Zot not required. And this is either going to give the Legend Sword, the Pink Tail, or nothing, based on what we have available.
Do you forge?
No.
No. No, that's what I'm thinking. No.
Before the treasury, sure. After that treasury, no.
Yeah, Karma's going straight to the moon.
So Karma gonna miss out on the tower.
Oh look, another X-Cal.
Yeah, more holy swords. Thanks, Val. Yeah, Karma's gonna miss out on the tower, which is going to lead to both blue robes. Unless this is a shopping trip for Sirens. And then we'll be heading back to Earth afterwards to steal them. I do wonder what we're gonna get here from Karma's side.
I see Karma's picking up soap webs, of course.
Karma is going back to the blue planet, so I do wonder if we're going to see some Siren stealing here. Potentially setting up a D-machine grind, any number of things that would indicate grinding. I think being at 10 key items may have been just making a play for Sirens and saying I'd like to grind now and then do the rest of my checks. But coming up empty on those Sirens, I wonder if that's going to change his path now.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering about that myself. Tower?
Yeah, I mean, Tower, I think other than Sealed Cave, I think the Luca Key has a boss. But otherwise, I think we know every boss on the blue planet now. With the exception of Twin, of course. And we do have Karma looking for those monster boxes, and we do get some Siren sneaking coming out here. So was making a play for Sirens on the moon.
Yep. He needs to remove that adventure.
Well, thankfully, there's more trap chests. Oh, hey.
Yes.
How do you like lunar wyverns?
What spot? I wasn't looking.
One that will kill you. I think it was White Spear.
Oh, White Spear?
It was either White Spear or Ribbon Room. But either way, that's 28,000 health.
That is death.
Yeah. I think there's only 3 rolls at this spot. But that's still more rolls than we're going to be dodging.
Did he turn down his battle speed or something?
Still at battle speed 3, which is potentially going to be problematic here. I don't think we're going to get more than 3 Star Veils off here, but maybe only 2 since Tella's not alive. Which is going to make this a little awkward. We're only going to deal about 6,000 to 7,000 back to Wyvern here, which means we still need to do 22,000 more damage. We probably get there.
I would have wiped someone and played roulette with that.
We're gonna get there. Actually, this is gonna work just fine. Yeah, so JBrun here is intentionally triggering a counter nuke or counter mega nuke by summoning against
by
Wyvern.
summoning. Oh, I
Yeah.
always forget that.
And so he is going to get through the Wyvern. So
Very
well
impressive.
done there.
Yeah, I always forget summons will counter Wyvern.
And that's got to be our 5th Zeus Gauntlet this seed to go with our 5 Holy Swords. If Cecil could do a Gilgamesh impression, that would be fantastic. He would be dealing all of the damages to all of the things. But
Yep.
we do have 5 bosses now done for JBrun.
But no, that was actually really impressive.
Yeah, JBrun is no slouch.
I
definitely knows his stuff.
I know that from the ladders.
Yeah, you two have been matched up quite a bit, and I've played JBrunTR a number of times myself. Usually in grab bag races, things like Supermarket Sweep, Falcon Percent, Giant Percent. It's a very, very good competitor. And here's a free boss. This is an interesting one. If you turn your battle speed way down, you can get 3 or 4 life glitches here. And JBrun targeted the life potion on the guard that didn't get coffined.
Wrong guard, yep.
Yeah, and that's why the reset came out there.
Yep.
So it makes sense, because otherwise that fight's going to get a little bit awkward. So definitely a heads-up reset there.
But
and he hasn't done a grind. So.
He hasn't done a grind, but this will be a nice grind here.
Yeah, getting double life glitch there. This is going to be 400,000 XP. Yeah, just make sure to kill Tella. Yeah, so we're using a coffin on Tella. And probably a coffin on a guard.
Coffin on a Tella.
Alright, and it should be
and a coffin on a guard. Well, you forgot the coffin to Tella.
Nah, it's fine. Everything's fine. We had 9 levels on Cecil, 9 levels on Riddiga, 10 on Yon, 10 on Edge. That's a fight right there, folks.
That's a boost.
Oh, and our second Avenger. Because sure, why not?
And our Stardust Rod. Yay.
But I think that's only the first Avenger for JBrun, so much more impactful than the second.
No, JBrun. I thought JBrun had an Avenger.
Nope, came from the Treasury, and the Earth Crystal came from the Rat Tail, and JBrunTR faded that along with like half of the rest of the other things on Earth. So.
Oh.
There's a Leviathan at the CPU spot, the Ogopogo spot.
Not required.
Well, it looks like we're gonna take this fight. I am, curious. I think a number of folks in chat are also a little curious. The reason for taking a lot of these fights, and my thought has to be just moon grind for XP.
Yeah.
That like the Pale Dim though. I think we're going to see him fade that regardless, but the rest of these fights, Val gave a good chunk of XP. Obviously, the guards gave good XP. Edge not going to get XP here as he just got blasted for 2,400 damage. So the extra XP is definitely going to make things safer. And I don't hate it. And hey, there's a pink tail, which we reset out of. I am surprised by that. So that means JBrunTR is hunting still for the Earth Crystal and the package, which is a little surprising, because if that was the case, I would have expected the Pan turn-in, Fabul, the Rat Tail turn-in, etc.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that myself.
But off to the Crystal Sword Altar we go for JBrun. He is down to to needing Golbez and CPU. Again, at least I don't think we're going to see Mom Bomb anytime soon on JBrun's side, since we know that's from the package from Fabul. So, very interesting stuff here. Well, and there is our CPU at the Wyvern spot. So that is going to put JBrunTR at 6 of the 7 required bosses, needing what in our estimation is Golbez, wherever Golbez is.
I don't know if this is like the wisest of choices.
You mean the plan Q we're doing here?
Yeah, we're doing plan Q.
I love it.
You like plan Q?
I'd love it more if we were fully healed so Cecil could walk off a Globe 199, but I think we'll be just fine here. The big orb only has about 20,000 health, and Cecil should kill it in like 3 or 4 swings. So as long as Cecil doesn't get bopped, we're fine here. Now, if this were me, Cecil would immediately get bopped. Okay, well, Commentator's Curse. Yeah, guilty as charged, folks. My apologies, JBrun. That's on me, my friend. I did it. I'm sorry.
So are we past plan Q?
This is like playing Q and a half now. Cecil's still going to get there, though.
Yep.
And that is going to be 6 objectives down for JBrunTR. Gauntlet, Wyvern, CPU, Bahamut, Water Hag, D-Lunars, and another Power Shirt. We just have... This is T-Wildish, the seed. So many Zeus Gauntlets, Power Shirts,
wow,
Holy Swords. Like, this is just an embarrassment of Berserker gear.
I mean... it is ridiculous.
And it looks like JBrunTR is flying back over to Value Cave, going to leave no stone unturned on this moon. Yeah, that's, again, an interesting choice. There's a lot still left to check that, I mean, specifically, you know this is not Golbez or Mom Bomb. Yeah. I would be jettisoning for the Giant at this point.
Giant?
But
I'm saying Giant, and I'm going against you, Awesome. I'd almost jet towards Twin Harp.
No, and that's fair, because Twin Harp is an unknown boss.
Yeah, it's an unknown boss.
So the unknown is far more valuable than the known at this point.
Exactly.
I think that's a very valid point, and unfortunately, JBrun did not heal before coming into this fight, and Cecil goes down immediately. Not healing has cost JBrun a couple of times this run. The D-Lunars got him once, paled him, potentially going to get him here. It's tough, though, because you don't have a White Mage, and so healing is more difficult. But a Crystal Sword Cecil with some Cure 2s will heal for, 700 to 800. We do see IBKarma has picked up that Baron key and is going to be grinding up some eggs. So the interesting thing we have here is JBrun is kind of on a clock. Where he needs to find this Golbez and find it fast. And we know this Golbez is either at the Giant or at the Twin Harp, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, and Sealed Cave.
It could be Luca, yeah.
Yeah, we have 4 options left for Golbez. So JBrunTR is on the clock a little bit, because what Karma can do here, having already found that Mom Bomb, is grind up, go to the moon, after doing Baron, and finding that Water Hag, now having the Gauntlet done, and then find both CPU and Wyvern at the bottom of the moon. And we'll then just be able to go to Zeromus. So this is still not over, even though JBrun is ahead. that package check is going to save Karma a lot of potential extra routing here, especially if this element spot is something rude.
Has Karma actually done Baron?
Not yet. We'll be doing it next, I imagine, having seen that blue robe to start and just getting that Baron key.
I was just wondering.
But potential moment of truth here for JBrun. Who do we have at 65k? Well, Odin is not who you want to see, but also who you want to see. Normally, Zantetsuken is scary. In this particular location, we can pretty much call it Zantetsuken because it's only going to do like 500 to 700 damage. It's a very, very low damage amount. This party is much more worried about the punches than it is the actual Odin move. So this will be a breeze for JBrun.
Pretty much.
One of the very interesting things about this particular spot, attack power is fairly high, agility is through the roof, HP very, very high, but magic power, itty bitty magic power.
And that's what his sword attack is based off of.
Yeah.
Yep.
So IBKarma done with his grind. Do we get Moon or do we get Baron? We get Baron, which means that IBKarma did write down or did notice that it is a blue robe. Now, interesting enough here, do we get a save from JBrun, or do we just roll in? We are going to get a save.
It's safe to save.
I like it.
Save often.
As Scala Kitty would say, you know, always make sure you save, because otherwise bad things will happen.
Yep.
That is Dark Imps.
Oh.
The Giant is not the answer. And JBrun does not have a save outside. It would be quicker to coffin those Dark Imps, I think.
Yep.
And just get on out of here than to do the warp game. The warp shuffle is going to be super awkward.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would have been faster just to coffin here. But that means that either the Twin Harp or the Sealed Cave are our two remaining bosses. So the clock is ticking on JBrun here. Definitely ahead at this moment, but this may come down to a 50-50. The other thing here is if he goes and turns in the Rat Tail and the Pan checks and gets that Earth Crystal, he may route in Earth Crystal next. So I want to make sure that we give a special shout out to our restreamer, S-Grunt, tonight for doing a fantastic job of rolling what turned out to be a lovely little troll. Where, you know, Mom Bomb is at package and Golbez is either a Twin Harp or Sealed Cave. Job well done. And also job well done to Sheep Launcher for tracking this gem. Huge shout outs to our runners, Karma and JBrun, putting on a great show for us. And, you know, last but not least on that list, my co-commentator Ninja, keeping me on track here and keeping me out of trouble. So thank you, Ninja.
Yep. And also shout outs to Possum, who keeps me out of trouble.
Or get you into trouble, you know, little column A, little column B.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so JBrunTR turned in that Rat Tail, got the Earth Crystal, is going to Za. Let's see, or is he going to go Twin Harp?
Go Twin Harp first. Come on. I know.
He's going Zot.
He's going Zot.
So this is super interesting because all Karma has to do now is go to the bottom of the moon, and the answer is there. We know JBrun is about to spend 2 to 3 minutes and come up with Bupkis here. In that time, Karma can peek the basement in Baron and start the moon trek. But we are continuing to fade Fabul on JBrun's side. We know the package is there. We know the package leads to Mom Bomb. And also no treasury from JBrun, which kind of makes sense. He has all the levels and all the gear. So not really necessary.
I mean, there's been enough Zeus comments in the seed.
Yeah, we have more Zeus gauntlets than Zerkers. We have more holy swords than paladins.
Yeah.
An embarrassment of Zerker riches. Now, interestingly, what JBrun can do here is as soon as he sees the second boss here, he could reset and then go check Twin Harp. Because he doesn't need more key items. So as soon as he sees that the
second boss is whatever.
I don't even remember who the second boss is, but as soon as he sees whoever the second boss is that's not Golbez and not Mom Bomb, he can reset. Because it doesn't matter at that point. Vigan. Thank you, Sheep Launcher. So that's one of those interesting things about leaving that save where he did at the bottom of Zot, is that he can basically save scum this and then just go check the Twin Harp. And then we would find out if it's Twin Harp or if it's Luca. We see Karma resetting out of that Asura check. Karma also is in go mode because Karma only has access, or excuse me, only is missing access to exactly the Twin Harp, which JBrunTR is going to be peaking soon. So JBrun going to be going likely Twin Harp into Sealed Cave here, where Karma is going to be playing on the moon. I think if it's Golbez at Twin Harp, JBrunTR has the advantage.
Yep.
I think if... Yeah, and I think if it is at Sealed Cave, I think JBrunTR has the advantage. Or excuse me, Karma has the advantage at that point. Very interesting stuff. And Karma does have the... Yeah, Karma does have the Twin Harp now. I apologize. So, and to kind of go over why we're calling Go Mode without having all the key items. So, with access to every boss but one and only needing 7 of 8 bosses, effectively, as soon as you are in that position, that is Go Mode. You know that you no longer need anything but bosses, so key items no longer matter. So that is basically why we call that Go Mode. And we are going to get a peek here from Karma at the Sparkle, which makes sense because Karma still needs Wyvern. So if this is not Wyvern, though, which we know it's not, we're going to see a reset here from Karma as he is employing full-on face check mode here. Surprisingly, JBrun did not reset.
Yeah, I was surprised by it too. As soon as I seen the second boss, if it wasn't my boss, reset.
Interesting. We are not twin harping.
Turn in the Sheila. Oh no, he's doing the gauntlet.
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't need the key items. So this is a check to see the boss.
And will he reset out of it right away?
And yeah, there's the reset because he knows that it's either Twin Harp or Luca. And this is interesting because he's here in Troya. Okay, he is landing again. So yeah, this is the 50-50.
This is the coin flip. Yeah, this is make or break it.
Yeah, this is an incredibly exciting race at this point, because Karma is just doing all of the straight up face checks. And to answer a question in chat, CPU is at the White Spear altar. Excuse me, Wyvern's at the White Spear altar, CPU's at the Crystal Sword altar, and Mombomb is at the package. So the Mombomb package play, which came from Fabul Defense, we long ago speculated that JBrunTR would never be checking. And that speculation has come true. Karma did a very early pre-hook dive package check, and it hit Mombomb. And we've been wondering ever since, was JBrunTR on a clock? And it kind of feels like it. But thankfully, one of the best parts about this clock is that this clock comes with music. So kind of like a cuckoo bird, and one of those clocks where the bird pops out and does its little song and dance. JBrunTR went with a virus cast on the party there. Let's see if we can get the coffins off in time. There we go. So yeah. No coffin on Rydia. Gonna eat a little bit of time here, so she must have something. Maybe a ribbon preventing that? Well, IBKarma is heading on down. If Karma goes Crystal Sword Altar first, which he is not doing, this would have gotten extraordinarily interesting. But yeah, let's enjoy some of that music, Ninja. What are you hoping for?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind some Lunar music.
Lunar? Ooh, Lunar's good stuff. I want Mystic Quest. But I'm going to shut up now before I get muted by Espo. All right, well, we have a Golbez at the Twin Harp.
Yes, I saw that.
And we have Bloody Tears from Castlevania.
Yep.
And JBrunTR is saying, I don't even want your key item. Get me out of here. I'm over this.
He is in go mode.
He has his crystal. 7 bosses done.
He's ready to
go. Karma going to be peeking the summoning altar here.
And
likely resetting and then heading to the Crystal Sword altar.
Yep.
And this is a big old swag walk from JBrunTR here. No save. Hope it goes well.
Hope so too.
We are.
No, he's gonna exit and save out.
Maybe thought better of that swag walk there.
Yeah.
Now we know that Cure 3s are in Kaipo.
Okay, he is saving.
JBrunTR does not know that Cure 3s are in Kaipo.
Yeah.
We have an Avenger. We do not have Bacchus. No, we do have Bacchus. So we have both Bacchus and an Avenger. So we have all the white mages we need. But Ninja, we have white mages in the form of items. We have directions in chat in the form of a letter, I think, or a flag, or something. We have angry computers attacking IBKarma. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Can you enlighten us on at least what this Z thing is?
I mean, does that mean it's time to go to sleep? Because I'm good for that. But
I mean, it's only like 8:45 here. I'm not quite ready yet.
Well, in Free Enterprise, we cannot we randomize all the bosses, but we cannot randomize Zemus. So what we do is we give him a unique form. So tonight we're gonna find out whose butt we're going to kick, and if it has a butt,
and if it has a hat, and if
the butt's cute. Wait, a cute hat or a cute butt?
Why not both?
Both.
Porque no los dos.
Okay.
And meanwhile, the crystal gets thrown on JBrun's side. IBKarma taking out that CPU. So a crystal toss from JBrunTR reveals I don't know this one. Camlonimus? Not sure. We'll have to get help from chat on this one.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Final Fantasy XI, the MMO I never played. Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
all right, we have some nukes flying, some Zerks going. We have Karma saving up here on the moon, and cabining up. I wonder if we might be taking the ribbon room for some extra XP, or if we're just saving here before heading off to Zemus.
Here we see on JBrun's side, he's darting everything he has.
Yeah, it makes sense because oddly enough, for all of the wonderful holy swords we saw, for all of the wonderful Zerker gear we saw, we never saw good edge weapons.
Nope.
So darting is probably the most effective way to get through this.
Yep.
JBrunTR living by the, I will kill it before it kills me mantra.
Yeah.
And I think he will be successful in this with the darts, the nukes from Rydia, Cecil being zerked. It should be a fairly fast fight, actually.
I agree. I think it'd be. I mean, I've been kind of figuring out the numbers, and yeah, it'd be pretty fast.
And worth noting, IBKarma just about to get in his Z fight, so we're going to be very close here after wildly divergent paths. And actually, well, just like that, flash, crack, boom, and JBrun is done.
Yeah,
so
JBrun, GG.
GG's to JBrunTR with an official time of 1:37:01. Yeah, we'll see if we can get him in for an interview. And yeah, looks like IBKarma just getting into the fight now. And with that dinging in our ears, we are now joined by JBrun. GG's to you.
GG.
Thank you.
And JBrun, I gotta ask, how many of these have you done with no real white mage?
Oh, only a few, really. It was really rough
Thankfully-
finding the Cure 3s.
Well, would you like to know where they are?
That would be able to knock down Z before it knocked me down.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
we
it worked out that way.
we speculated you were doing the I'll kill it before it kills me strategy, not having the Cure 3s. So you made your way through this seed quite expeditiously. Couple things we wanted to ask about when you got to the moon, especially you kind of had words with a couple bosses up there, like the Pale Dim, especially. Were you in face check mode at that time, or were you kind of still looking for key items? Like, what was your mindset with, I think, only the package and the Earth Crystal missing?
Kind of looking for, at least when I was bouncing off Pale Dim, still looking for key items. So I don't think I had the rat tail yet, right? No, that wasn't Feymarch.
Yeah, it was vanilla.
Yeah, we noticed that before you went to the moon. I mean, you faded the rat tail, all of Fabul, made quite a few fades where you're like, no, I'm good. Didn't check the Luca cave as well, and like there were a number of things you were like, you know what, the moon is here. I'm going to the moon. So we were kind of curious about that as well. Like, was that a conscious decision that the moon just has more bosses, the giant has more bosses? I'm going to go play there.
Yeah, it was kind of. I had the pass, so I kind of figured doing some bosses up there would give me levels, at the very least. And then, thankfully, the Wyvern was up there to at least give me an objective. I guess CPU was up there too. So, 2 bosses kind of paid off. And then had plenty of power to clean up the rest of the blue planet.
Yeah, definitely makes sense to approach it that way. Just going hard after the moon and kind of cleaning up everything later. How happy were you to see the Baron guards in particular in the Ribbon Room?
That was a nice dose of experience. Yeah, and being able to double life glitch one of them, that was like 400,000.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Speed, I think. Yeah, so that was nice. I enjoyed that.
That was a nice little boost.
I think already I got nuke after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a ton of XP there. And kind of the last major question I have for you is, looking forward to future potential opponents, looking forward to future seeds, anything you'd look to do differently, anything that you would look to keep the same any particular strategies you may have come across that you want to employ? Kind of where are you at, forward looking now that you are continuing on in the waxing bracket of the Blue Moon?
Well, to do differently, like not bouncing off bosses more than once, let's say. That Pale Dim was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so there's plenty of time wasted there. And then good things to keep doing. I like the early hook route. Usually try to get that around like 20 minutes or so. It seems like a good pace.
Yeah, you were very quickly through it. It was, again, very expeditiously done, especially not having a traditional white mage, having to rely on Tella and or Rydia and or Cure 2s and life potions. So, you handled that really well.
Yeah, I think it was well executed.
Thank you.
Ninja, do you have any questions for our winner this evening, JBrun?
I don't really have any. I just want to say that was a well executed Zemus fight.
Yeah, it certainly helps when Cecil's putting down 8,000.
Yeah, I know.
You can't go wrong there.
Can't go wrong there.
I think you had 5 holy swords, a couple of Zeus gauntlets, an Avenger. There was an Avenger, 2 more Zeus gauntlets, extra holy swords, I think, in the treasury as well.
Multiple power shirts.
The seed wanted y'all to hit things tonight, and you definitely got to do that.
Yeah, it was good, how overwhelming battle there.
Definitely. Well, we'll let you enjoy your victory. Won't keep you too much longer tonight. Do you have any final thoughts or any smack talk for any future opponents? See if we can rile up some drama or build some hype.
I am not in a position to smack talk anybody.
Fair enough. Very humble. Very humble.
Yep.
But yeah, just thanks everybody on the restream. I'm sure there'll be plenty of good commentary to listen to on the replay. So, I guess until next time, I'll see you guys.
Bye.
Yeah, have a great night, JBrun. GG's again, and congratulations on staying alive in the waxing bracket of the Blue Moon. And good luck on your future matches.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it looks like we did have IBKarma finish as well. Official time of 1:42:23. Just about 5 minutes and 20 seconds behind, but a very close race for sure. Yeah, so that was definitely an exciting one. IBKarma has declined an interview, which is absolutely his right to do. So we will, carry on, onwards and upwards, as there is always more free enterprise this time of year. Ninja, I know that you have a race coming up, I think Sunday. I have a race coming up Sunday.
Yep.
We have 4 restreamed races happening tomorrow as well. So lots going on. Just to kind of highlight those races real quick for everyone, we have Rex Banner versus Microcorgs at 2 o'clock Eastern on Free Enterprise, which is the channel we're on right now. John Burkhead versus TJ at 7:30 Eastern, also on Free Enterprise. JMac versus Asmati Games at 8:30 Eastern. And if I'm reading this right, I believe this will be the debut of Free Enterprise 3. That will be so if you're not already following Free Enterprise 3, go ahead and do that, because there'll be a race on it tomorrow.
I need to do that.
Yeah, Free Enterprise 3 is live and ready. And then we have at 9 Eastern, Direwolf and Nightdew Going to be, a really hype match there as well. So 4 phenomenal races coming up tomorrow. That's at, again, 9 Eastern on Free Enterprise 2. So we have FE1, 2, and 3 all having races tomorrow. But we are going to be headed off to Cecil 2, who is doing some Blue Moon practice this evening. Cecil 2 is a runner in our Blue Moon tournament, so make sure to cheer them on. Make sure that we don't do anything in the way of spoilers for this race. And one more time, huge thank you to S-Grunt for restreaming and rolling the seed. Sheep Launcher for pushing all the buttons and not eating them. IBKarma and JBrunTR for doing the Lord's work and actually letting us watch y'all race. And thank you again, Ninja, for being a wonderful co-commentator. And my friend, take us away if you have any closing thoughts or words.
And I also say thank you as well, Possum Morpheus, for your amazing comms abilities.
My pleasure, my friend. Always great to do this with you, and I hope we get to do it again. All right. Well, y'all have a great night. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time on this same channel.